Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. EastEnders spoilers: George discovers Eddie is facing trial for a racially motivated murder. EastEnders spoilers for next week reveal Eddie's secret is finally exposed. George is left devastated by the truth, but will he agree to help his dad? With Eddie back on the scene boasting he's been given an award for championing diversity in boxing, George has fallen for his story hook, line and sinker. But Gina doesn't believe a word of the Mr. Nice Guy act. And it turns out she's right as Eddie's murder secret is revealed. But who did he kill, and why? In EastEnders next week, George heads to his parents' home for Eddie's award celebration. He's stunned by how proud Eddie seems of him and how his dad's friends act like he is a hero. When Eddie makes a heartfelt speech about George, this shocks him even more. George believes he must have misread his dad's behavior and tells Elaine he thinks maybe Eddie did always love him. However, soon one of Eddie's friends makes a comment to George that the jury is going to love him. George is confused and wants information, so Gerald caves in and explains the truth. Eddie is on trial for a racially motivated murder. He needs George to be his character witness. George is distraught to realize his dad has been manipulating him all along. When Eddie and Gloria arrive the next morning to celebrate Gina's birthday, George doesn't want them there. He tells them he knows about the court case and he shouts at them to leave. Desperate Gloria begs George to help his dad, but George doesn't want to hear it. He goes for lunch with Gina and the pair have a heart-to-heart. Gina gets angry when George still tries to excuse Eddie's behavior. George decides to look up the court case and then he rings Eddie and tells his dad they need to talk. Gloria and Eddie arrive at the Vic and George demands to speak to his dad alone. The confrontation is painful as George finally discovers the truth about his childhood, Eddie's racism and what really happened to bring about Eddie's charges. Gloria wants to explain things to Elaine. But she really wants Elaine to persuade George to testify on Eddie's behalf. The day after the revelations, George is all over the place. A boxing session with Denzel sees him take things too far. He then worries to Elaine he's just like Eddie. When Gloria turns up again wanting Elaine to go with her to the boxing den to talk to George, Elaine is reluctant but eventually she does. Gloria begs George for 5 minutes to explain herself, and George agrees. But can he ever forgive his mom? Will he stand up in court to speak for his dad? Or is George's relationship with his parents ruined for good?